Hey challengers, it is Leonard. What is going on? Welcome to day 8 in the 10-day Crush Your Content Challenge sponsored by the Indie Bible. We have actually laid out a few ideas for the rest of the week, and day 8 is actually something that we'll talk about in terms of creating a poll. But I wanted to also talk to you about a tool that I think is something that you'll be able to use pretty much every day because it's really easy and it's something that will help you along the way save a bunch of time. So let's get to the tool and then we'll talk about the task. So the tool is actually curating content. And I know I don't know, but you may have heard me mention before, but one of the cool things to know about social media is that there's so much stuff that gets published that you don't have to create all of the content that you share. You can ethically collect great posts from around the web that match your brand and personality and share them at will. And I gave this example here basically of when it comes to curating, thinking about a museum curator. That's exactly what they do. They have galleries and collections of all of this stuff of other people's property, OPP, 90s hip hop reference, what. But they literally, have a whole business. That's their whole business, is other people's stuff. And again, I mentioned that you can ethically do this because you're not actually, you are actually going to be sharing posts and things like that. But a lot of this stuff, it's hard to even know who the originator is. It's not like you're, posting some original photo or going through and, doing some paid advertising or something on stuff that's not yours. You're just basically sharing content. So the way that this actually happens and the tool that you're actually going to be able to do to use this with is actually native within most social platforms. So Facebook has the save posts, Instagram you can save posts, and I think Twitter has Twitter lists. So I want to take a couple of minutes to show you how to do that and some of the cool things that you can do within there so that you can actually save time in the future. Okay, you ready? Good deal. Let's go to Facebook. And what I want to show you is, Rick got his post going, baby. What? Let's use Rick's post as an example since it's right here. So if you haven't noticed or haven't used it before, these 3 little dots in every single post allows you to basically determine what you want to see and what you don't, how much of it you want to see and all that. And the more you interact with stuff like this, or not interact with it, but the more you save or hide or unfollow or whatever, you are actually helping Facebook decide what it's going to show you. So by saving this link, I'm going to see more of Rick's stuff with Yonder Breaks or stuff like this. But what I wanted to actually get into is to show you what happens when you do save something. Again, if you haven't done this before, this might be new, or if you have done it, maybe there's a couple little tricks in here I can show you. But I'm going to save this link, and now I have the option to add it to a collection. So a collection is basically getting into the whole museum curator thing. A collection is going to be, something that I've either already predetermined or something I can create new. And whenever I actually do this, I'll just want to show you this before I click on it. It's going to be down here in our saved items, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Add to Collection, and then you'll see some of the collections that I've already started. But I'm going to create a new one just to show you what this is from scratch. And let's just call this Yonder Breaksies, yo. I don't know why I did that, call it like that. So I created a new collection. And now I am able to go to my saved items. And now this whole dashboard, this whole area here is where all of the saved items are. So you can see the collections that I've got down here on the left, and then you can scroll through them here. Basically, this just gives you an idea of what's in each collection. And then you'll notice that some of them have locks, and then some of them have people. You can actually have private collections, and then you can also have ones that you share with other people, which is cool. So for example, Midwest Originals. It's a band I work with. Jordy has been in the challenge, so you've seen him. But what you can do is, once you actually have a collection, you can actually add contributors. So think about being in a band where, different guys, different, people in the band are seeing different stuff. You can have them say, hey, just put your radar up if you see stuff you think would be cool to share. You don't have to do anything, just save it and put it in the collection. So, for example, Jordy has access to this. I made him a contributor, and this was added by Jordy. This was added by Jordy. This was added by me, by Jordy. So you can see how this could actually be a benefit in terms of just having stuff that's here. And so the gist of this is being able to save stuff that's already on Facebook that you can come back in and either post real time, or let's say that you are sitting down and doing your meal prep, quote unquote, your social media content prep, and you're scheduling out stuff for the week. You can actually pull up a tab that has your saved items in there, and then pull from those saved items to actually share on your page. Okay, so whether you're in a band or you've got other people that are helping you administer your page or whatever, adding contributors is a cool way to do that. So that is the whole saved feature idea here in Facebook. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is the task. And the task is basically, it's just a real quick kind of revisiting of Creator Studio. But basically, I'm clicking around here. I did want to tell you, for those of you that are using Instagram, this little flag button down here is how you can save your posts to Instagram. And then when you go to your page, there'll be a saved folder down there. I think on mobile, you can actually separate it by collections, but I just can't do it on desktop. And sorry for clicking around, but I wanted to show you that as well. Okay, so the task is to go and create a poll. So we're back on Creator Studio. We're going to click this post button, and then it's going to give us all of these cool features. And then one of them is going to be a poll. And then so let's just say today or tomorrow. Please don't do that. Okay, so the poll, you can do it one of three ways. You can do just by text. So I can literally leave it like that, and then I can schedule it, or I can publish it, and it will just have the text at the bottom. But you also have the option to record, or not record, but to instill. What am I trying to do? It's getting late, you guys. Insert a photo or a GIF. So photo would just be something from your hard drive, and then a GIF is something you can search for. So whatever your whatever your choices are, maybe just search for those. There you go. And then when people click on these, it'll show what percentage of each one of those options are. So if it's 100% or 50-50 or whatever it is. But then you can also have it showing for a day, a week, showing forever, or set a custom time. Okay? So think about how you can use this to help them help you make a decision. So maybe you're thinking about covering a couple of different artists. Maybe have them help you decide who you'd want to cover first, or who they'd want to see you cover first. Or a venue choice, like, hey, which venue should we perform at next, or where would you like to see us perform? But basically, it's just having them help you decide between a couple of things. Maybe you got a couple of different merch designs, or a couple of different songs that you want to start your set with. So something like that. And this is a great way to actually get some data, actually get some information, but still kind of in a fun way. And as I mentioned on the slide there, a poll is a really low commitment kind of engagement. So they're not having to make a bunch of decisions. I wouldn't make this something they have to type out an answer. Just have them click on something and move on, and then kind of use the data. And once the poll's over, you could then make another post and say, hey, here's the winner, etc., etc., and then just another piece of content. Okay, so that is the task for today, is to go into Creator Studio. You can go back. That's yesterday's stuff. Okay, go into Creator Studio and have people help you make a choice between two things. And then today's tool, which doesn't have anything to do with the task necessarily, is to keep your curating radar up and save posts and save content so that you can save time in the future. Okay, you guys have an awesome day. Talk to you soon.